y'all? It's your boy Jones, and welcome to another episode of the Jones and Podcast, brought to you by Jones and for Sports. We make sports better, and as always, I'm brought to you with my two co-hosts, Nico and E. What's good, fellas?
Yo.
Chilling. Another good week of sports talk. But this time we switched it up, so we're gonna let y'all know how we switched it up. But before we do that, make sure each and every one of y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment if you want. We'll put it up on the screen, talk about it. Share, of course. And last, but certainly not least, enjoy the show. So, fellas, let's get right into it. The first segment, new segment of Jones for Sports, the Jones and Podcast, we got What's Happening. And what's happening is current events of sports right now. And I'm going to kick it off with what just happened today. Rest in peace to the OG, O.J. Simpson. Rest in peace to him. First, I'm going to kick it off to y'all. What are y'all thoughts when y'all hear the name O.J.? Nico, go ahead.
It was the best run by a Bronco ever.
That's a fact. You could contest to that.
Damn, we not even a minute in and we starting with shots. All
right. Nah, I'm sorry. I couldn't not do that one. That was a good one. Yo, my man, Orenthal Juice Simpson, man. Like, you hate to see it go. I didn't even know he was battling cancer. Completely honest.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was battling cancer. So
yeah,
that
when
should
I
definitely
seen that they say he passed by cancer, I legit said, "Oh shit!" Like what?
Yeah. A white lady told me actually. Like she was like, OJ died. She was like, "Did you hear OJ died today?" And I was just like, "Huh?" I was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, OJ's dead." And I was like,
I don't know if I want that news from you, but
Yo, yeah,
like
they're
celebrating.
She felt a little giddy.
Yeah, like you a little too happy.
They're celebrating
that.
They're celebrating.
Yeah, like she pulled up. Like she talked to me about it. Like that's like the way I found out. Like Obama got elected. Like she had the same tone and everything. She was like, "Yo, Obama won." Like it was the same. Like a little bit of excitement, kind of. And I was just like, "Bro." No. In all truthfulness, I dead him. I'm a little ignorant, like on the extent of his athletic
yeah, I mean for us,
what's the word, accomplishments, like outside of college. Like I was loosely familiar with what he was doing in college. I don't really know, I didn't pay too much attention to it past that, like the shit he did for the Bills, I believe, right? He played for the Bills. He played I definitely I'm past that. I'm a little ignorant, and I know like it's hard to praise somebody who has like such a big, like, I guess, stain or asterisk around them.
Yeah.
All that I knew of him, unfortunately, or the most things that I knew of him or heard from him was like from my adolescence, which was already like the mid 90s, like when I'm a kid, mid 90s, or OJ Simpson's crazy, or he's this or he's that.
Yeah.
Then when I was like 10, he wrote that book, like, yo, if I did do it, here's how. So that's really all. I only know like the controversy, that kind of stuff of him, unfortunately. Like I wish I was a little bit more present to hear about how his greatness in real time.
I mean, for like, just to continue on what you said, like us coming up, we got the back end, like, of we didn't get to hear, us growing up, we heard about the bad shit he's done and he's been through. We didn't get to hear, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I first growing up, you hear OJ, you heard of what you known. It took you a while. Wait, he was a football player?
Yo, literally.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Like, for us, like, you know what I mean? So, like, but, like, from everything I heard, he was a really good player and stuff like that. So, like, like, it's sad. Like you said, another thing, I didn't know he was battling cancer. He's been quiet on that note for a while. I think the last time I heard about OJ is when he was wild on Twitter.
He was wilding on Twitter for a little bit.
He was wild on Twitter for a little bit.
He had, like, it's mad unfortunate. Like, when you see, like, people who were regarded as sports greats just start to become more known for, like, the controversy or, like, the less positive things after their career. Like, it is mad unfortunate. And granted,
Yeah.
granted, you feel me? Like my man is accused of taking somebody's life, like, so we don't want to like shed light on that. But
Yeah.
my man was also proven innocent. Shout out Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
fact.
shout out Johnny Cochran. You feel me? If the glove don't fit, you feel me? You must acquit.
That's a fact.
Shout
That's
out
a
my man
fact.
Johnny. Shout out my man Johnny Cochran, man.
Nah, just basically what y'all said. We grew up knowing him for that, and it's unfortunate that he had to be known for that. Like we grew up knowing him for that, and it was until later that I realized that he was actually a football player, and he was actually a damn good football player from what everyone tells me and the stats that I've seen. He's a Hall of Famer. He's won an MVP. So, and they got him top 10 running backs of all time. So he must have
Yeah?
been pretty yeah. He's in the top 10. Like I put a post on Twitter, and a lot of people before, which is crazy, which is fucking crazy, by the way.
I feel like you got a lot of Bills Mafia on your page though. Like there's a lot of Bills Mafia people present.
It wasn't even that. It was I put up a post that said the top 10 running backs of all time. It wasn't my post. It was somebody else, and I just reposted it. And a lot of people. This is before today. This was yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. Most people said that he was 10th on the list. Most people said he should be higher. And I was like, oh shit, for real. It was like, yeah, no, OJ was like that. Like he didn't have a long career, but if he did, he would have
I feel like
broke
for us
records
to
and
really,
all that shit. I think he actually had the record at one point.
for us
That's
to really
impressive.
like
I didn't know that. That's impressive as fuck.
for us to really like get it, we would have to hear from like people our like grandparents' age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I spoke to
know
my
what I'm saying?
aunt today, and she told me a little bit about him in the growing up in the 70s and shit like
Yeah.
that. So, and she said he was like that. Like my aunt is a big football fan, and she said OJ was like that when it came to football. So I trust her when it comes to that. And like Nico said, if it don't fit, you must have quit. So, but rest in peace to the legend, OJ. Moving on, just recently, the men's just had their championship round, and as we all guess, UConn is the
The
back-to-back
Huskies
champion.
brought it home.
And one thing I didn't realize, even though we all saw it, we were all live for it.
That was the first time since like 06.
Yeah, not only
That there's been back-to-backs.
No, not even that. These niggas have won 6 championships in 25 years. We seen all. It didn't even dawn on me. Like, god damn, they won all.
That's why, like,
champs?
when
You sure that wasn't the girls?
When we first went into it, and when we first went into March Madness, and you asked, like, out of the top seeds, I picked them because I was like, yo, they just known for always like going crazy in March. To me,
no, that's a
like
fact.
you, like whenever you gotta, like, you can't count them out.
Yeah, it's a historic franchise, and I think more specifically, when you got a coach that played there, like he's invested. Like you got a coach that played there, he got his kids playing there. Like Dan Hurley's invested. He's locked the fucking. Locked the fucking. I love that.
Yeah, shout out to the UConn Huskies on their back-to-back championship, and shit, who knows? They might do it again next year because they that fucking good. Moving on. We want to say a special shout out to everybody that pulled up to the X space that we had last Sunday that just recently passed at 5 p.m. We had a great time, 2 hours of just talking sports, and it was dope. Like we didn't even realize 2 hours passed. Shout out to my 2 co-hosts, Nico and E, for their first time on a X space, and they killed it. So shout out to you guys. We're gonna do a lot more this Sunday coming up. Another X Space 5 p.m. Make sure y'all there. We're gonna talk
shout
about
out all the new friends that nigga made, man.
Yeah, for sure. Jennifer,
dope,
I remember one
conversations.
Of them. Yeah, absolutely. It was dope. It's only gonna get better. We're gonna have a lot more fun, a lot more conversations to do, and talk about. So yeah, definitely pull up this Sunday. And hey, bring the smoke because we love the smoke. We all love the smoke, so it's fun. But now let's get into the NBA. We are what 2 games away? I think after today.
After today, it should be 2. It's like 3.
We
Yeah,
right in the we right in the thick of shit.
we right there. So, do y'all want to get into what the playoff looks like, or do we all want to wait until next week when it's actually just done and we know what the playoffs look like, or just get into NBA awards? What y'all feeling?
Is there still wiggle room? Like, is that shit still? Can
I'm
it
looking at
change?
it
It's
right
still a
now.
little
I'm
bit.
looking at it right now.
Yeah. What we got? E?
The East, it looks like the top 3 is locked up. The only thing that could probably change is 4 through 6,
Who's
and
number
then
3?
like who's number 3? The Knicks locked that up.
Knicks tank.
Oh,
Knicks
I didn't
tank.
know. I know they clinched the playoff spot. I didn't know they
Knicks
clinched the
tank.
third spot. That's
Yeah,
fine.
right now I
Shout
don't
out
see.
to the Knicks.
I'm about to
Well,
change my profile
it's not.
picture to the
They
picture I got in my library right
they
now of
uh
Jalen Brunson in the kitchen
they I don't think
with
they're
a big
locked
old
into the
pie.
3. They're not locked into the 3 seed as of yet, but they got it. They clinched the playoff berth because Cleveland's
Yeah.
right there.
Okay. We can
I don't got no
we can
faith in
be.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got no
Cleveland
faith.
been
The
fucking up
West,
all.
the West is like
A shit show.
Wait.
it's
Before you get to the West, what's the bottom of the East looking like?
all right. The 2
Is
playing
that
teams are the Bulls and Hawks,
Hawks?
and then 7 and 8 is Philly's at 7 and 8 is Miami.
Miami. Is there any room for any of them to move up, like Miami
Philly,
and Philly?
yeah, like
And
they could trade spots. Not yeah, they could both. So
can anyone get to the 6th spot? That's really my question.
depending on how many games are left, yeah, because Orlando is at 5 with 46 wins. Indiana has the same record, and Philly has 45 wins, and Miami has 44
Oh,
wins.
okay.
So yeah, like we still there.
We still there. It's tight. It's gonna be a nice finish. So definitely, everybody tap into that. What's going on in the West?
West, Denver locked up the 1 seed.
Oh, okay.
Our playing teams are gonna be Lakers Warriors again.
At what? That's what the 10-9.
Yeah, so like the winner of that, I'm
The
guessing
winner of that
plays.
plays the 1.
No. I think they have to play the
They have to
8.
play another game. Yeah. The loser of the
Oh,
7.
yes.
So like,
So 7-8 plays. Wait, so I thought it was like 7-10 plays,
nah.
and then 8-9 plays.
It's the last 2 play,
Yeah,
and then
the
I guess
7,
they
8,
play.
and 9, 10.
So how? No. So what I think it is, the winner of that will play the 8 seed.
Yeah.
Wait, because it's 9 and 10,
So
7, 8. Yeah, so yeah, the winner of 9-10 gets to play against the AFC, and the winner of that stays in. Right?
Stays
yeah,
in.
That's how that works.
Yep.
I get that. All right, I got the Lakers making the playoffs. They're gonna run through. I feel like the Lakers can run through Golden State, and then they would have to play who?
Right now it's Sacramento.
I'm confident. I feel like Sacramento is falling off at the right time. Malik Monk
Yeah.
is not there. That hurts them.
Yeah. They got somebody
They're
else is
slowing down at
injured
the right
for
time.
them too. I forgot.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. And LA is playing phenomenal right now. I really like the way both LA teams are playing right now. I wouldn't mind seeing both of them advance.
Yeah.
The Clippers, they're a tricky team because around this time of year, that's when Kawhi and PG Bones start acting up and shit. So
Load
I'm waiting
management
to
and
see.
shit.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see. Phoenix, they don't look too strong at all. I don't have any belief in them because Devin Booker, what he had 4 points the other day, something
When
like
they
that
getting
against
clapped the
Clippers.
other night,
Yeah, 36-4. Remember, I
clap.
tapped you and you looked up and you were like, "Yo, yeah, it's like that right now." So
Literally, we about to lead a spot. Sean tapped me and pointed at the TV. Like, I look up, and I was like,
shit was bad.
Yeah.
and I made that face like 3 times that night. When Giannis fell, I was like,
Oh yeah, facts.
I was like, oh,
That Giannis looked like it. That to me, that looked like that KD.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that.
no
We gotta talk
injury,
about that.
no contact injuries, bro.
Never good. I know they saying calf strain, but they said the same shit with fucking KD. I'm
You saw
not
KD
hearing
shit
it. If I
pop. I'm waiting for that little slow motion zoom in angle to come out and we see what's
Well, the
really
only
up.
reason why I didn't like when I first I like that, but then you see him like he got up and like did that little jog to the locker room. So I'm like, all right, he could put the weight on it.
yeah, yeah.
But
So it's
I'm
not
not,
a.
not it's not the
It's
Achilles wasn't
fraying
there,
though.
but I feel like that could really weaken the Achilles, and that's when it
Exactly.
comes.
That's exactly what happened to KD. It weakened the Achilles, and
That's
they rushed
tragic.
him back to.
My thing is, where are they at right now in the?
They suck. I think they're second, but they
They're
could lose that. I
second,
think.
Phoenix is second still?
No, no. Bucks,
Milwaukee.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Uh
yeah. We were just referencing KD. I know my fault.
yeah, nah, they got 49 wins. They're up 2.5 on the Knicks right now.
Oh, okay.
How confident are we in
So they
Milwaukee?
got
Like
that.
in 7 games though.
Not at all.
Oh
They
yeah,
had
because
Doc
that
Rivers as a head coach.
Celtics win. Yeah, nah. And without Giannis, it's
They have not.
it's
Clip.
clear. It's clear. I was going with the
Shout out to
Bucks
Dame.
all
I'm a big
year.
Dame
Shout out to
fan,
Dame.
but
Got the
I'm a
job
Dame
done without
fan.
him, but he's not going to be able to carry the weight. He's not going to be able to
No,
do that. Not
no,
at
because
that age.
he's proven
No.
that.
Yeah.
Not at no age. Dame by himself is what Dame has
Yeah.
always been.
Exactly. Just a great
Like,
shooter.
yo, and I feel like as much as
That's my nigga
like
too.
if the
Man.
bubble season, if LeBron and them winning during the bubble don't count, then the bubble season being as many of these young superstars' best season ever shouldn't count. Like you've
Exactly.
only seen, and Dame is not a young superstar no more, but Dame's best season ever, bubble. The
yeah.
furthest he's made it in a postseason, bubble. Furthest Jimmy Butler, and I love Jimmy. Furthest Jimmy's made it in a playoff, bubble. The furthest Russ since he left OKC, since they made it to the finals, the furthest Russ has ever been back was the bubble. The furthest James Harden went, bubble, Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, it's they,
He go to
they
Western
ain't
Conference. He went to
it's
the
clear.
Western in the
Yeah, they
bubble.
went to Dame and them was in the finals.
No, it was Denver.
LeBron beat Denver in the finals that year? I thought they didn't even make it. I thought they lost before
No,
that.
no, they played Denver
The
in the
Lakers
final in
played.
the
The Lakers
conference final.
played Portland in the first round. Then they
Okay,
played
okay, okay,
Houston,
okay.
and then they played
Yeah,
Denver.
yeah,
And then they played Denver.
yeah.
Copy. Yeah, but yeah, that was literally so Jamal Murray's best season.
Yeah,
Donovan Mitchell's best season.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm not impressed by them, bro. Like Dame has shown he's not a winner. He ain't never been a winner. He ain't never gonna be a winner. He's a complimentary piece. He's a stellar player, but he's not. He's not that guy. Neither is Donovan Mitchell. Neither is so many of these guys. I'm not. When Dame got traded to Milwaukee, I wasn't bought in. I felt
I
like they
was hoping.
won. I feel like when
It's,
they won their championship, shit was just right for them to win the championship that year. Like I don't think it was something that was supposed to happen or supposed to keep happening, and it hasn't. Type shit.
yeah, that shit crazy. But who else we got? All right. So let's go into the NBA awards. Starting off with obviously the MVP. Who is your MVP for this year?
Shea.
I like that.
It's
I like
GA.
that.
He's been a dog all season,
He has.
He has.
and
What's
like
their
and on
record?
that team, that young team, they are
They're the second or
55 and
third, right?
25.
What seed?
The 3 seed. They can probably get to the 2 seed because they got the same record as Minnesota.
I got Shea as well, man.
Yeah,
I definitely got Shea as well.
Shea's been my vote since the beginning, like halfway
Yeah.
through the season. I was
I
like,
just
nah,
wanted to
fuck that.
see.
He
I
been
just wanted to see
going
how he
ham.
impacted the winning. Like you could
Yeah.
be phenomenal. You can be a team's MVP and not be the league's MVP. But if
Yeah,
your
exactly.
team is one of the best in the league because of you, you're the league's MVP.
Yeah, and at one point, at multiple points, they were number one. They were
Yeah,
at
exactly.
at number one.
I remember that his 30-point run has been crazy.
Yeah,
I
making it
think that's
look
the difference
easy,
between
like the most casual
like
30
him.
ever.
Yo, always the most casual ever. Mad
Most
chill
casual
highlights.
30.
Like he's not doing
Mad
doing
chill.
too much, not doing the most.
Just easy buckets.
I definitely think he's what it looks like when you are your team's MVP and still can be the league's MVP. Like you can mean everything to your team and not be that great in comparison, but like he's he's the difference between like Jalen Green and Ja Morant and
Yeah.
like a fucking LeBron James. Like there's
Yeah.
difference in class. Like there's a Jalen Green, there's Ja Morant, then there's like Luka Doncic, and
Mm-hmm.
Shea is getting himself out of that first class and moving himself into that next class. Like
Yeah.
I'm in that Luka talk. I'm not in the Jalen and
Yeah.
Ja talk. Jalen and Ja are the greatest players on their team, but them niggas don't win nothing. I'm trying to be the greatest on my team and win. I think
Right.
Anthony Edwards is moving into that class as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
Oh,
like, yo,
definitely.
I'm the
He's a
best on
problem.
my team, but I'm also we making an impact in the league of how good I am. It's
Yeah.
not just
Of course.
yo, we're fun to watch and it's highlights because I'm dunking on people. Nah, like we're winning games too.
Yep. Exactly. That's where it counts. So
So I
definitely,
definitely got
Shay.
Shea.
We all got Shay. I like that. That's what's up. Next, who we got? Defensive player of the year. Who is your defensive
Mm,
player of the year? This one's a close one. I think
Wemby.
this is one of the closest ones. Oh, there we go, Nico, because that's what the fuck I was gonna say. I didn't think
You gotta
anybody
go
was gonna
Wemby.
say Wemby.
Yo,
Wemby
this nigga just
going
had an 8 block
crazy.
game. He's had an 8 block game, and that wasn't his first this year.
Exactly.
Like he's not
Definitely was.
on some. I hate what DPOY turned into. Like defensive player of the year, dead turned into like who gets the most blocks for like the last 4 years in a row. It's been like, oh, give it to Rudy Gobert because he's just averaging more blocks than anybody. We don't care that he's taller than everybody. He's just blocking everything. So let's give it to him. The couple years before that, when it was just like, all right, we're gonna give it to Marcus Smart twice because he plays good defense and he's annoying and he's all this other shit. Then before that, it was, oh, we're gonna give it to Draymond. Uh, I
Yeah.
did think that Wemby is. I've watched Wemby guard guards this year. I've watched Wemby guard bigs this year. Wemby's getting steals. He's getting blocks. He's not even getting blocks. He's snatching shit out the air. Like
Yeah, bro.
it's fucking disgusting. And then the shit that don't get listed as stats, he's discouraging so many players from taking shots in the paint. Like I've watched niggas do a 2-on-1 fast break and nobody attempted to dunk or lay the ball up because Wemby was standing there.
Yeah.
On a 2-on-1 fast break. Niggas ain't try to throw a oop, nothing. Sunday ran full speed down the court, ran into the paint, stopped, pulled it back out to the 3-point line. And Wemby still blocked the shot. Like fucking ridiculous, bro. He got my
Man,
vote. Anybody but Rudy.
I like that. Yeah, what you got?
I'm biased.
I like where you're going though. I like where you're
AD.
going.
It's about time
I
he
like
showed it. AD.
I like where
AD.
you're going.
We got to
That's a
give it
fact.
to him. He's played his ass off this year.
That's a
He's had a
fact.
phenomenal season. On both sides
You
of the
know,
ball.
and
He
he's
has had a
another like
phenomenal
Nico
season.
mentioned. Like when your big gets switched out on guards, sometimes you're like, damn. Like sometimes I don't worry with AD because like he can lock up on that perimeter a little bit.
Fact.
He's one of like maybe 3 or 4 bigs, like bigs, true bigs that I'm comfortable with like switching on a guard out there.
Like
Yeah.
you see when the Lakers play Phoenix, he
Yep.
guards KD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They the
They play
same height.
Boston. He
Yeah.
guards Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like
You
he'll
know,
get crossed up and then still make the
but
block.
he still affects that shot too.
Yeah, exactly. Every time. Like so, I'm not mad at that choice or either of your choices. I'll just say it's a tie. We'll go with a tie because I like Wemby and I like AD. So if either win, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with either
Yeah, but like
or.
Nico said, just don't give that shit to Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
we
please
gotta
don't.
stop with that.
We give
We
him
gotta chill.
all-star appearances for no reason. Like I don't need
Yeah.
Just be giving him all-star appearances because they be like, oh well, how we gonna not vote the DPOY into the All-Star game? Like that's literally why I think they be having him in them shits. Like,
Facts.
we can't give him Defensive Player of the Year and tell him he's not an All-Star. Yeah, you can. Please do
Facts.
actually. Please do it.
What else? Is there? I'm high. What
rookie.
is there? I know rookie, but is there an offensive player of the year in the NBA? All right, so I wasn't tripping. All
No,
right, cool. I ain't
That's pretty
tripping.
much the
All right,
MVP.
bet. I
that
thought
pretty
I
much
was
the
tripping.
MVP.
All right, so rookie of the year. E, who you got?
Rookie of the
Rookie.
Year.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say Wemby. You know
Yeah,
because
I feel like you kind of
but
yo. If
the
that nigga wins
name I
both,
want to say is Chet
if that nigga wins both,
Yeah, that
because
he
Chet.
should. He should.
I like what Chet's doing too though in OKC.
Yeah, I
I
do
love
too.
what Chet's doing in
But
OKC. I
Wemby's
personally think
just if there is no Wemby, we don't. There's no reason to talk about San Antonio at all.
I'm giving it
Exactly.
to Chet, bro, because Chet is more. I'm not gonna say he's a bigger piece to his team than Wemby is, but he fake is because they actually run plays for him. Like they run offense through him. He's had mad games where Shea went for 30 and he went for 25 or he went for
Yeah, no,
30
I like
with
Yeah.
Chet's
five
game a lot.
blocks. With
Yeah,
5 blocks
that's a
and
fact.
20 rebounds, and so yeah, I do actually like that. I think Chet is more of a factor on a winning team as a rookie. Like from day one on that team, I got more with Chet.
I like that. I like that. That's a good take right there. Because of the fact of impact and winning. Um, I'm going with Wimby though because
Impacting winning and just impacting the game, bro. Like Wemby's the biggest kid on the court, and he'll not touch a ball for 2 and 3 possessions, and I don't understand that, and I don't
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. No, I hear you on that. But this Wimby, I was trying to see what the hype was, and at first I didn't really see it. Like, wasn't like impressed.
yeah. It
But
was
then
looking.
as the
That's
season,
where I was at. Facts.
It was looking
I
real
wasn't
overhyped.
impressed. Yeah, but as the season went on, especially these last couple months, that nigga been showing out.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, he's been
had
wilding.
me like, the there's no way his big ass is doing that. There's no way.
yeah.
This
It definitely.
motherfucker's doing some shit that he should not be doing.
Bro, ain't no
And
way.
that's what makes
Bro,
it
ain't no
so
way, bro.
amazing. Yeah, I'm just like, nah. I'll be looking at like, oh no way. What?
You acting totally different.
You acting crazy out here. There's no way you doing
This
that.
is beyond
So
me.
I'm giving it to him just off of the wow factor. Like that nigga
Yeah,
definitely be having me on like some.
Yeah,
Oh
I
nah,
saw him sham somebody and got tight.
nigga shamming people at
yeah.
How do you
7'5".
Nah,
sham somebody with a 12-foot wingspan? You know
That
how
shit
far he
crazy.
throwing the ball? Like
Come on, come on,
that
bro.
snatch don't make no sense. The reach on that snatch is crazy. You dead think it's a
Crazy, bro.
turnover. You think he just threw the ball away. This shit all the way out there. This shit talking about.
Nah, that shit crazy.
Fucking sick, bro.
Yeah, but he doing some outlandish shit. But and because like you said, how we all said, well not all of us, but um what he's doing on the defensive side. Like we all got him already, at least in the conversations for defensive player of the year as a rookie. That's impressive. So that's another part of the reason why I'm gonna give it to him. But I'm not mad at the Chet because he's definitely impacted winning on the winning team. So and they are ahead of schedule. Like they're not supposed to be this good this fast, and they're already
No.
there's no
doing it.
way they should be the 3 seed in the
No way,
West.
no way, no way. So shout out to my dog Bert on X. He's a big ass OKC fan, and I ain't gonna lie. Since last season, he said it. He told me. He said we're gonna be it next year. I'm telling you. He said we're gonna
Yo,
get top three. I'm calling it. I'm like,
I remember,
relax, like relax, and they did it. So
and
shout
here
out
they
to my
are.
dog. Shout out to Bert. He was right.
You gotta have Bert got Sam Presti type vision.
Yeah, right.
Like, like I
Bro,
remember
when
when
you
it started.
have like 15 picks per draft, you better draft right.
Come on now.
Facts. I mean, hey, fuck it. Even if you don't, you got chances.
Yeah,
Do it
word.
again. Do it again. No. Pick again. Pick again. I don't like that one. Nah, do it again. Do it again.
Exactly. You got mad fucking picks.
I remember
Um,
when it started. But when does it change, if ever? Do we ever let it change? Like, when is it gonna stop being like, the West, especially in the West? Like, when does that stop? I remember when it started, but when does it stop?
yeah, that's a good point.
I
Like,
don't
because I
You
remember the
mean
West being,
you
the
talking
West
about the
was
West
that,
being
but like
dominant?
like yeah, like
being
I guess he's
being
trying to
looked
say
at
go
as
deep,
tougher, being
right?
looked at as like more,
Right, right, right,
yeah, like
right,
being
right.
looked at as tougher, being looked at. I feel like that's not the case no more. I feel like the East is, the East is where you got Jimmy Butler, you got Jason Tatum, you got Joel Embiid, you
Nah,
I
got
think I
the
that's a
think
fact
guys
though.
over there
yeah,
still.
but
Like you got the
You
killers.
definitely got some stars over there for
I
sure.
think the problem is like the East. Yeah, you said you have the names, but the West you just see more of the full complete teams.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I used to think that even as a
Because
kid.
I feel like you see like
Damn.
Philly. There's no way they should be in the bottom of the East playoff spot. That's usually a top 4 team, but losing
But
Embiid,
Tobias Harris is a Doc. He's a Doc Rivers ass nigga. He done made off with the bag. He's a Kirk
of
Cousins.
course. But I'm saying
Yeah.
like you take one player off one of those East teams and it affects them so much.
I feel like that
Yeah.
in the West too, though.
But in
Like,
the West, like if you see like granted,
what's Denver without Jokic? A
like
playing team.
you take Cat missed a lot of time. Even though they got Edwards, they still up top. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
doesn't
they
hurt them
couldn't.
much as losing, a key guy like that in the East will. I just think because with the
I feel
West,
like
it's
that.
just
I feel like that team specifically though, because I feel like you got squads like Denver, one of the better, like the best team in the West. If Denver loses Jokic, it's clipped.
I think,
If
and
LA loses AD, it's clipped.
I just
If
think too,
Golden
like
State loses Steph,
of course, I
like
think too, though,
I feel
like
like they got mad
when
teams.
you just see like the Lakers, the Warriors, the Suns are all on the bottom, you're like, what the fuck? How tough
But
is
that's
this
because
conference?
But I don't think that's because the conference is tough. I feel like if you put all of those niggas in their prime, those are the top 3 teams in the West.
Bro,
LA, Phoenix,
I
and
seen
Golden
something
State are the
the other
best teams
day. They
and
said
the other LA. Those are the best 4. If
I
you
think
put
I seen
everybody in their
something the other
prime,
day.
those niggas all pushing 40 now.
I see something the other day. It said if the Lakers were in the East, they'd be a couple games out of like a top 4 seed.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Well, what's the Knicks record right now?
I think
The Knicks got 50 wins or 40
Yeah, I think
something,
they got
a high 40,
I think they
47.
got 50. 47?
47.
Come on, next. Let's get these last 3.
You feel me? That's
Get to the
impressive.
50.
40,
Let's get
47
that.
for they 47 wins and they the 3 seed. With the 3
Oh no,
seed in the West got.
the Knicks are clipping Boston right now too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Buck
Yeah.
Boston. Always.
Mm-hmm. Always.
But
Always.
yeah, I feel like when the East had the old heads, we wasn't giving nobody like the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, when LeBron was running through the East as a young boy with Cleveland, they're like, the East is washed. Boston is old.
All right, I got it right here.
Boston's old. Detroit is
So
old.
in
Any
the
team LeBron was dominating, they're like, oh, well, them teams they're this, they're that.
right
Now
now,
Golden State is that. LeBron
right
is
now,
that. KG is
right
that.
now,
KD.
right now, us talking. There's only one team in the East with over 50 wins, and that's Boston.
Mm-hmm.
In the West, there's 5 teams with 50 or more wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but does that make it a tougher conference or an easier conference? Because if niggas is going over there to get wins, like I feel like we don't talk about that enough. Is that an easier or a tougher conference?
To find the answer, you got to find out what's the
is it harder? It's harder to win, or is
what's
it easier
the
to win?
record
There?
against the East and
The
what's
other
the
conference?
records against? Yeah, that's the only way you can find that out.
Because for me, I would from the outside
beating
looking
up
in, like if I didn't know basketball at all, I would be like, oh well, if all the teams over there are winning, if everybody can go into the West and eat, if all of us can come over here and get 50 wins, that's lit. Because that's what when Michael Jordan was winning and playing and dominant, they judged his greatness off of how whack everybody was around him. So by like the Jordan rules and the Jordan standard, Boston is running the East. Boston's the best team in the league by the Jordan rule.
But I think like you know how you said like for us to figure that out too, we got to remember too though, you only play the teams in the other conference twice a year.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna play
the dudes
conference multiple times.
New York and Philly play 4 times a year.
Exactly. So like, for us to say like, all right, but like Minnesota's record against the East is this, but remember they playing
only twice. Yeah.
Only every team over there twice.
Yeah,
and then they got to see Denver, like you said, 4 times.
There's 30 teams, 15.
Yeah, so it's
that's 30 games.
I think exactly 30 out of your 82 games. You still got to play.
I think it's more whack teams. I believe that there's more whack teams in the West, and that's why the records look like that. Because, like you said, you get to beat up on the whack niggas
Oh
in your
no, I'll tell you
conference
this.
and the
Look
whack
at this.
niggas in your
So
division a lot of times a year. Like who's in the division with Houston? They got to play Houston 4 times this season. That's 4 guaranteed wins.
wait. Houston ended up with 39
Yeah,
wins.
yeah. Houston was actually pretty good this year.
I'll tell you right now, the East.
Outside of being on the
the
bottom,
bottom three,
there's
the
that.
bottom 3 teams in the East. Detroit only had 13 wins. Washington had 15 wins. Charlotte has 20. If you go over to the West, San Antonio has 20 wins. That's the worst record in the West. Portland has 21.
San Antonio is the
Yeah.
worst record in the West. Damn.
And then you got Memphis at 27.
I feel like the difference with those 3 teams, though, well, with those 6 teams, the 3 in the East and the 3 in the West, Memphis aside, all right, not even gonna do Memphis aside. I'll take Memphis for Charlotte because both teams don't have a star right now. Melo is hurt, Ja's hurt. Done. I would talk them out as they balance out because those are 2 teams full of nobodies without their star. And both teams don't have a star player, so I'll take Memphis and Charlotte, let them balance out. San Antonio has the most generational talent we've ever seen in however long, and they got 20 wins. Houston finished with 30. Well, you said Houston was the other team?
Portland, 21.
Portland got Scoot Henderson, right? 21 wins. The East, Washington would probably compare to Portland because we know who Poole is, we know who Kuzma are, but them niggas ain't nobody. And then it's the other team. What's the other terrible team in the East you said?
Detroit, probably the worst team in the league.
Oof.
Yeah.
Detroit don't have nobody on Detroit though. I can't even name like
how
many teams in the West. How many teams in the West have nobody? Like not an all-star, not a superstar, not a nobody. Because I know in the East we got 2 teams like that right now. We got Washington and Detroit that have no one. Kuzma and Poole are a laughing stock. Detroit, outside of Killian Hayes, Azar Thompson,
Utah,
and these are
Utah got anybody? Because I can't think of anybody.
Yeah, I don't.
Utah got the Jazz. They got Colin Sexton. They got John Collins.
Yeah.
John Collins just got banged on by Anthony Edwards. They got who else they got in Utah right now?
Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson. The Filipino assassin. I fuck with Jordan Clarkson.
What's the other one we missing? 6th man of the year.
Russell Westbrook.
I like that.
Actually, nah, I can't. I love Russ,
else.
but nah. I got Malik Monk.
Yeah, that's who it was.
That's my real pick. I think Malik Monk deserves it. I got Russ as a number 2 though, because that team don't get no press coverage the way they should. When James Harden first got there, everybody and their mother was talking about the Clippers. Like, oh, Philly won that trade. The Clippers are 0-5. The Clippers are 0-5. The Clippers are 0-5. Since then, the Clippers have been like 30-12. Like, they've been wilding since James Harden's been there. They've won way more than they've lost, and Russ is a big part of that. Russ has graciously accepted that role coming off the bench. It's not always a great numbers night, but it's good energy. It's not always about numbers. It's always
finish.
It doesn't always have to be about the numbers. Like it's the energy, the morale boost, like all that shit that he brings is top tier.
I like the Monk pick, but I like Russ too, because Russ is the one who told him, "Yo, let me come off the bench, and do what I do." You know what I'm saying? And like, I think it helps his game, him running that bench unit instead of having to be on the floor with PG, Kawhi, Harden.
And try to fit in.
He can legit just get the rebound and run and gun. You know what I mean? Like, attack the basket and then kick out to a shooter.
Yeah,
and I think Russ is an underrated mentor. I feel like the way he embraces and steps into those mentor roles are underrated. Like it's so beautiful to watch with him.
Yeah,
that's a fact. My pick, I like both of those picks, but I'm going with Malik Monk. That's one of my favorite players. And I think he has a maybe not as. That's actually a good question. Who has more impact on winning, Malik Monk or Russell Wilson? I mean, Russell Westbrook.
Malik
I mean, it's
Monk.
hard. Yeah, I want to say Malik Monk, even though the Clippers' record is better, but I don't think that's directly because of Russ. Obviously, he's helping; he has an impact on it. But I think when Malik Monk comes in with that second unit with the Kings,
Yes.
it's like
Malik Monk's
it's different.
Malik's impact is bigger. Their record isn't as good, but Malik's Monk their record is better, right? Sacramento's record is better.
No.
Malik's
No, not in the Clippers. Clippers is for.
Oh yeah, Sacramento's is they're playing. I'm bugging.
Yeah, they're
but
playing.
I think Malik's impact is larger because of the lesser pieces. Like he's really De'Aaron's right hand. Like if there's without him there, De'Aaron's not a complete player. Like their team isn't complete. Malik is essentially their number 2, number 3 option, even as a 6th man. Like he's essentially who they look for, second and third, to go get a bucket, to come impact the game, to come win something. Russ, they'll find themselves sometimes like, oh shit, like Russ is doing this for us. Like I don't think they ever look for it. They don't ever come into a game planning for it, because starting like on the court as a starter, you got 3 Hall of Famers already.
Yeah.
Like you got 3 guys who are going to end up in the Hall of Fame, maybe 2, but you already got 3 perennial like superstars starting. They don't need Russ to come in there and do that.
I agree.
I think it's harder. I think it's harder for a younger player to accept a role that's given to them than for an older player to choose a role. So that's why I would pick Malik.
And I think too, like with Malik Monk, like you said, with Russ, you got PG, you got Kawhi, you got Harden. Outside of De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis,
Like,
you have to go
that
third
Curry,
option.
you got that other kid who can shoot, but it's like
Murray.
Yeah, Murray, Keegan Murray can shoot.
He lights out.
He definitely could shoot.
He got some NBA record. I forgot what it was, and it was insane when I saw it. I think 14 straight or some shit like that.
He can shoot.
I remember that. But he's still like a nobody essentially. So
that's what I mean. Like outside of the
Monk
big
is dead number 3.
The big exactly. The big 2 names in Sacramento.
Like to be asked to be a number 3 option as a 6th man is crazy. Like that's a big workload. That's Jamal Crawford, Lou Will shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
you're basically coming off the bench for playing starter minutes.
Playing starter minutes. Like that's dead all it is.
That's a fact. Is there any other award I'm missing? Coach of the year? Coach of the year.
Ooh.
Okay, see.
Facts. Okay. Who's over there still?
I don't know his name. I'll be lying if I try to tell you I care about coaches' names. That ain't my team.
That's mad funny.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm better with basketball coaches. I know it's not Billy Donovan though.
Definitely.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I was like, nah, he's not there.
He hasn't been Thunder coach in a couple of years. Who the fuck?
Yeah.
It's the Thunder's coach right now.
Also, I'll give credit to the Timberwolves coach. He deserves some credit for getting that team.
Huge shout out to the Timberwolves coach
up there, for sure. He definitely deserves some love there.
Sun is trash usually. Sun is trash usually, and I don't want to say this too early, but shout out my dog Tibbs.
Okay.
Shout out my dog Tibbs, man.
I was worried for a minute. I didn't know who he was gonna say. That's why I was like,
I don't usually say this often, but shout out my man Thibodeau, man. Shout out my man Tibbs.
Yeah, shout out Tibbs. Tibbs.
He usually find a way to fuck it up with that 7-man rotation.
Exactly.
You see, he usually find a way to fuck shit up with that 7-man rotation, and 6 of them be guards. He usually find a way to fuck shit up
Brunson
with
out.
that stupid Brunson.
Josh Hart is gonna die on the court.
Josh Hart is playing center.
Too.
He got Josh Hart jumping
doing
ball.
Everything.
Josh Hart be playing every minute of the game.
He's everything.
Josh Hart plays 40. Josh Hart plays 48 minutes as a big, and he's 6'4".
Shout out
like
to
he
Josh
averaging double-digit rebounds as he's 6'4". They got him playing big. He's not Charles Barkley. He's not even like 6'6", 250, 260. Josh Hart is 6'4", 215. Like he's a guard in every facet of the word, bro. Like
crazy.
Josh Hart is an undersized 2 guard.
He's an undersized 2, bro. And they got him playing 4. That's fucking crazy.
And he still does work. Shit,
Go
wow.
get a big, Tibbs.
So now we're gonna get into the next segment of the podcast, and Nico, I'm gonna let you introduce it because you were the one that came up with it, and it is a tribute to the late great Kobe Bean Bryant. Nico, take it away. What we got?
Yo, because my man Kobe Bean, bro, like the honorable, the late great, the legendary. He wasn't one to mince words. You feel me? He wasn't one to sugarcoat shit. You feel me? So for him, for his memory, and that same vein, that same theme, we gonna keep it a bean real quick. And keeping it a bean just means, yo, you gotta keep it above. You gotta keep it real. You gotta be a straight shooter with your shit, bro. Like you can't be always all this fairy tale frill shit. Like, yo, you gotta keep it a bean, man. Everything ain't always a conspiracy. It ain't always the refs. It ain't always this. It ain't always that. Yo, keep it a fucking bean. That's all I'll be asking. And yo, the main people I would like to talk to this week is like, yo, the Milwaukee Bucks fans, bro. Like, what did y'all think was gonna happen this year? Like, let's keep it a bean, bro. Y'all thought Dame was really gonna be that for y'all? What has Dame done by himself that y'all thought he was gonna come in here and do something for y'all? Keep it a bean. Dame ain't never win nothing. He wasn't gonna come there and win nothing, bro. Giannis on a decline. He wasn't gonna win nothing. Y'all thought it was the coach's fault because he wasn't gonna play his brother. Keep it a bean. Y'all thought his brother was keeping his brother was worth losing that coach. Let's be real. Come on. Y'all done lost the coach. Y'all done lost the coach. Y'all done lost the coach to keep Antetokounmpo, to keep the bad Antetokounmpo out of all 4 or 5 or however many of them are floating around in the Marvel and the MCU. Y'all kept the bad one. Y'all kept the worst one from Universe, whatever the fuck. Brought in a terrible coach. Started losing games, and now who y'all mad at? Giannis hurt. Y'all got a perennial loser for a coach. Y'all still got the other Antetokounmpo though. It's lit. Let's keep it a buck, bro. Like I said, let's keep it a bean.
He like embodies the I'm the worst at my job, but you can't fire me because who I'm related to.
Yo, like keep it a fucking bean. And that whole organization do that. They might as well bring in Austin Rivers. They might as well bring in Austin Rivers because that's who they are
on the team to be the cheerleader.
Crazy.
Literally, bro. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a whole 100. Like, yo, it's not the refs' fault. Ain't nobody. The fix ain't in. No, yo, y'all just wasn't that good. Y'all didn't do enough to be that good. Dame is a cool addition, yeah. Y'all brought in a terrible coach. Y'all got rid of a really good coach. Y'all letting Giannis make decisions that LeBron and Mike and Kobe should make, not Giannis. You don't fire a good coach for a nigga like that's brother. If it was Steph Curry and his brother, maybe. If it was Giannis and any of the other Antetokounmpos, maybe. That nigga though, Thanasis, Thursday, never.
Bro, when y'all dead seen him take an 8-court backcourt violation because he wanted to bring the ball up the court, like
the fact that he felt comfortable demanding the ball from somebody. The fact that he felt comfortable demanding the ball and be like, no, let me bring it up. Yo, what are you doing? Let me bring the ball up. Y'all gotta cut me right then and there. I don't want to deal with him no more. Cut me. I'm gonna give him the ball. I'm gonna walk right towards the bench. Get me out of here. I'm not dealing with this nigga. This nigga, I had to sit on the bench the whole game, and now that it's garbage time, I gotta take a backseat to him.
Fuck out of here. Yeah.
He's not even garbage time good. If I had to sit on a bench the whole game as an NBA professional, and then when I get in for garbage time, for my little bit of a moment, I gotta let him shine.
He's not even. He shouldn't even be dressed.
Dog. Yo, you know how Dawn Staley said she got South Carolina, how South Carolina's practice squad is all boys? Like, she don't let girls practice with her team. Like, she has a team full of men who practices against her girls. He's not good on that. He's not good enough to be on that team. And that's damn near just an intramural basketball team. He's not good enough to be on that.
God damn.
Let's keep it a fucking bean, bro. You gotta keep it a buck sometime. Giannis, this is mainly for you. Giannis, yo, you need to keep it a bean with yourself, bro. This is your fault. All of this is your fault. You hurt. You got a bad coach. You lost a good coach. You know what you got, though? Your brother. This is your fault.
They might as well just sign the rest of them.
Yo,
Bring Greece. Just bring all of Greece to Milwaukee. Gyros for everybody.
Yeah.
Just bring all of Greece.
Stupid. E, what you got for us for keeping it being?
Gyros and yogurt for everybody. What the fuck are we talking about over there?
I'm gonna attach an example to mine.
All right.
But mine is gonna be for like people who just hate and like. So mine is this: like, it's okay to not like a player, but to like hate on their game and the way they play, and like say outlandish, stupid shit just because you got lips so you could talk. I'm not gonna use the big example that we. If I get into that, that's an argument that's never gonna end, and we know who LeBron. I'm not gonna use that. I'll use the name that's been thrown out a lot, especially recently. I'll use Caitlin Clark. I understand there's a lot of people don't like her. Cool. You know, they say she's got a bad attitude, whatever. But let's not deny the fact of what she did for women's basketball. Fuck college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Have any of us really, maybe Nico, because, you know, he's got a daughter who plays, outside of last year, who was really into women's college basketball before she, like, went off the way she did? I seen a clip. It was some guy. I don't care about him. He said that she's mid. She wouldn't. She's only the player that she is because she plays on a horrible Iowa team that runs through her and everything like that. So my thing is like, if that's the case, how did she manage to get that team into the college finals twice?
Exactly.
Twice, and both years
Twice.
both years went up against stacked teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you just gotta ask niggas sometimes. Yo, keep it a beat, my man. You ain't never played nowhere, huh?
For
Like,
real,
keep it a
it's
beat. You
like
ain't never played no ball, huh?
like
You was never a player that a team ran through
Don't
you,
know what a
huh?
I feel like
basketball
every
look like.
time we done seen her on that big stage, she performs.
Every time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
To break the
Yo,
record she broke.
Exactly.
you don't get good enough. You don't get good enough to have a D1 team run through you if you're not good. Like, you don't be able to get to the point where a team runs through you if you're not good. If you're not good enough already. So
Bro,
to act like she's whack is crazy.
Yeah, like I don't, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm one. You don't have to like every player. I don't like every player that plays. But you can't not acknowledge what they bring to the game if they, especially somebody who makes a big impact on a game.
Exactly. Yeah, that
On
don't
a
make no
on a
damn sense.
sport.
Bro, we talking about when we hear people pulling up from the logo, who we thinking of? Steph?
Stuff. Yep. And she's doing that. She's doing that. And she's making it look easy. Making
And
that
as
shit
much as they
look
said,
easy.
yo, as
Bro,
much as they said Sabrina was the one that was gonna like do it, yo,
look
she's
at
so much bigger than Sabrina was.
look at all the last highest rated women's games. Probably all been her games.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's a fact. And to the nigga that said she mid, if she's so mid, why didn't anybody from these other high powered schools break these records? Why didn't these other legends that recently passed break these legends? But she did.
Bro,
Like,
It was girls that
we
were
gotta
better
stop
than
the
her.
hate. Keep it a bean,
It's girls
dog.
that was better than her 2 years ago. That
bro, did you hear what she said? She
Exactly.
wanted to go to
Haley was
UConn.
better than her 2 years
She
ago.
wanted to go to UConn. Didn't even get that offer.
Didn't even get recruited. Never spoke to her. Never reached out to her for UConn.
Exactly. Exactly. It don't make no sense.
Because
People
they
just
had
be
Paige
chatting.
already and they was like, yo, we good. Yo, 2 years ago, Haley Van Lith was starting ahead of her on the Team USA
Yeah, she came off
19U.
the bench.
On the 19U team, yeah, she was a backup to Haley Van Lith and Paige Beckers.
The girl she
That's a
just
fact.
cooked in the Final Four.
She
Right.
just beat both of those girls. She did
That's a
just beat both
fact.
of those girls. She robbed Paige. The refs robbed Paige, but she just beat both of those girls.
Yep.
And what she
Because
did
Paige
to
was at her neck in Final Four.
And what she did to Haley was a crime.
Yeah, that was a hate crime. Haley in the portal right now.
That's a fact. For me, let's keep it a bean, Cowboy Nation.
I told you. What I told you.
Let's
What
keep
did I
it
tell
a
you?
bean,
I told
Cowboy
you.
Nation. I hope that y'all have finally woken up. And
Wait. We spoke about this in a
pre-production
pre-recording.
meeting.
What did me and Nico? I told Nico. I said, "Yo, he's gonna find something about the Cowboys."
The
Damn,
pre-pod was real.
Wow.
Power was real, and he guessed it, and I came up with it last minute because I had to get on Cowboy Nation real quick. Y'all know I love y'all.
When all
There's
else
sometimes
fails,
y'all
you're
talk
gonna
some
find
dumb
something
shit,
on the Cowboys.
and
Fuck him.
I hope that y'all finally figured out that our owner doesn't mean shit he says. That he's only selling.
Jerry.
He's just selling.
Nigga selling
He's
dreams.
just selling, y'all. And y'all buy the shit every fucking year. Stop buying the shit every year. Let him fucking talk, because he's not going to stop. We can't stop him. He going to talk to the day he dies. So we might as well just let him talk. But stop buying into it. And let's wait until we see the final product on the fucking field. That's what we should care about. Anything Jerry says, we shouldn't care about. It's what we see on the fucking field. But I will give him this one credit, that he didn't sign Dak, and he's gonna let this shit play out. That's the only thing I will give him credit on. But that is it for our segment of Keep It a Bean, our tribute to the late great Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Kobe. So make sure y'all stay tuned to that. We're gonna be doing that every week. And now we get into our very last segment of the show. My favorite, Jones and for Smoke. So y'all already know what Jones and Smoke is. I don't gotta explain it to the people, and y'all already know what it is. So who do you got smoke for? Who do you want to
You ready
get
for this one?
some steam for? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
John Calipari is the college Doc Rivers.
Ooh, that's a sting. God dang.
He gets
Talk
job
about
after
it.
job, bags. He gets bags. He don't get just a job. He gets paid. And he gets top recruiting classes, and he doesn't win. He hasn't
He
even
got
been able
one
to get
national
close to
title.
the Final Four lately.
Yep.
One national
Kentucky has
title ever, I
produced
think.
nothing but
Yep.
all-stars.
Nothing but all-stars.
We all see the memes, which college team would you take? And Kentucky got like a team full of top 15 players.
And those are all guys that played for him, literally. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, and
that nigga had D Rose in Memphis.
yep. And the crazy thing is, some people, when the news came out that he's going to Arkansas, a lot, obviously a big debate went on about it, and a lot of people said what you said, E, and a lot of people try to defend him and say because of the one and dones and shit like that. But everybody got one and done, and they
but
win
my
in
thing is,
championships. So you
even
can't use that
even with
dumbass excuse.
even with that one and done rule, you have the top recruiting class every season.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
you replace your one and done superstar class with another one. Like
Exactly.
that's what you
Every
do. That's what
year
you've been doing.
you recycle them. So how the fuck you not getting it done?
Went from DeMarcus Cousins and John Wall to
Anthony
literally right
Davis and Devin
after
Booker.
Anthony Davis, Devin Booker,
What team
Nerlens
was it that
Noel
won it?
to
Which team was
immediately
it
going
that
right
won
after
it?
the Shea
AD team.
Gilgeous,
AD team,
AD
right?
and them.
Okay. And that was the only team. That's crazy. That's crazy. I remember the team when they had the I forgot what they called them, but they was a tall ass team. They had two tall ass
Nerlens
Nerlens
Noel.
Noel and AD.
Yeah. With the
but
flat
it was
top.
a team that lost. It was a team that lost. It was one of the I forgot what they had a nickname, and it was like around what year was AD?
Ugh.
12 or 13.
After that.
Yeah, I want to say 12 or 13.
I think it was a little bit after that. It was like
Because
14 or something.
Boogie, John Wall, Bledsoe, that class was 2010. No, John Wall was Rookie of the Year in 2010.
Yeah.
He was NBA Rookie of the Year already in 2010.
Yeah,
so
that's
his Kentucky year was 09. So, shit, Anthony Davis might have been 2011.
I forgot
Anthony
what
Davis
team
might
it
have been in
was.
Kentucky in 2011.
But there was a team that was supposed to win it all. They was killing, and they
All them
lost. And I
fucking teams,
remember
bro.
that year.
They've had everybody come through that shit.
Shit
They was always
sad.
supposed to win.
But yeah, I'm with you. You got any more smoke for on that?
No, I just want to add, I love what I heard with Boogie Cousins. He said the perfect guy to take over in Kentucky was Rajon Rondo.
Oh,
Yeah.
that literally right before you said it, that came into my mind. Like Rajon
Because he was one
Rondo.
of the great point guards from there. Yeah.
Absolutely. One of the great minds
Rondo
of
needs to be
NBA
coaching somewhere.
history. Absolutely.
Rondo
Absolutely. He's one
just
of the
joined the
great
All the
minds.
Smoke podcast, man.
Yeah, you was just telling me that the other day. That's dope. That's real
Yeah,
dope.
Rondo that
He's
just
one of the
joined All the
greatest
Smoke. That's
minds.
fire.
Greatest minds in NBA history. No
That's a
question.
fact.
So
There's not enough, yo. There's not enough great minds in sports, and like that's that part of my take. I got my smoke is for bad takes, bro. There's not enough great minds in sports, and I feel like all the bad sports, all the bad minds
I like
sit in
that.
front of a mic now. Like all the bad minds are sitting in front of a mic.
Do you know how happy
I
I
like
am that
that too.
I work during the week, like during the day, so I'm not home to watch these ESPN guys or
Yo,
these
bro, like
Fox guys. I'm just
it's not
like,
enough
because
quality basketball minds in the media space.
from the little bit of clips I see, I'm like, why do people watch half this shit?
Yo, and I get why people don't watch it because yo, they just hiring people for the shock value, bro. Like, I don't
Yep.
believe that you had
They
to
gotta
be.
stop hiring the guys who were on the end of the bench their whole career, who get up there and talk like they were
I don't
anything
even mind
but.
that. Don't even mind that. Like, I don't think you had to be a great player to be able to like be a decent
No,
basketball
but I'm talking
mind.
about
But
you
like,
had but at least been in the rotation a little bit. These are guys who barely played.
I don't even yo, and I'm
They
okay
never
with that.
got out the warm up. They
You
never
dead
even
don't even
took
have to
off
have
the
had that.
hoodie.
I'm okay with that. I'm dead okay with that. Like, you can
They
be
got
terrible.
mad
You can have never played.
DNPs, coach's decision.
I'm OD okay with that. You can be all of that and still have like a good mind and end up being a coach one day. You know, all of my favorite coaches were players that wasn't great. You feel me? Like Phil Jackson was never great. You feel me? Pat Riley got cut. Like these niggas weren't good players at all. They were trash, but phenomenal basketball minds. And I'm OD okay with that. The niggas that they be hiring aren't that though. Like I think they need to stop thinking that good player automatically means great mind. Like I hate listening to Keyshawn Johnson talk sports. Like football, basketball, Keyshawn Johnson's terrible analyst. Kendrick Perkins is a terrible fucking analyst.
Yeah.
Say that other
More
name.
athletes that are
Come
bad
on.
at
Say that other name.
Rashad McCants is a
Terrible.
terrible
There's
analyst.
one more. The big name.
Oh,
He calls himself the truth. Come on.
Oh, Paul Pierce. I don't even take Paul Pierce seriously as an analyst, for real. Like, there's so many bad
He's
takes
horrible.
and niggas trying to mold a narrative around who they are now to cancel out the narrative of who they was. And that shit is so trash to me. It's so many bad takes because of it. And I can absolutely see why niggas don't watch basketball anymore or have interest in it or sports in general. Because it's like, if they just got to turn on the TV and listen to a bunch of washed up has-beens hate on a previous generation so they can keep a positive light on their own, or hate on the new generations to keep a positive light on their own, that's trash. Or
you know what's crazy about that?
Listen to the women who are dating them talk. Again, no disrespect, but Joy and Molly and all of it. Yo, these bitches are just girlfriends. Like, how are y'all even up here? Like, you Jalen Rose's ex. Like, what does that qualify you to be here? You Jalen Rose's ex. And you just sit there and be like, all right, back to you. Oh, back to you. Back to you. And that shit is just so trash. Yo, that's my smoke, man. Less bad takes on whack platforms, man. More good takes, more good platforms.
I like that. I like that take. That's a good take.
I hate that
For
shit.
me, my smoke, the Cowboys again. The Cowboys again.
I was waiting
but this
for it.
time,
I was like,
more specifically on Micah news. There's been some chatter that the Cowboys are unfit or not happy with Micah's behavior or all this, that, and the third. I'm here to tell y'all again, Cowboy Nation. First, Nico, you can calm down. You're not going to the goddamn Eagles.
I think
y'all know his favorite. Y'all know his
He's
favorite
not
basketball
going
team is.
nowhere.
What's
He's
his
going to
favorite
be a
basketball
Cowboy.
team? Where he be courtside at weekly? Y'all see that nigga be
Dallas,
courtside at weekly?
the Maverick games.
Philly.
But
Philly. He got a Pat Bev jersey.
Smoke. Anytime Jerry speaks, it's just smoke and mirrors to get the Cowboys in the news. We're in the off season. There ain't nobody talking about football. Jerry needs to find a way to get the Cowboys in the news. That's why he's talking this shit. He know damn fucking well Micah Parsons
Can I
ain't
ask you a
going
question on
no fucking where. So relax.
Can I ask you a question on that?
Relax. Go ahead.
How much of it don't you think that's just negotiating through the media?
Of course, absolutely,
Like,
1000%.
but I know everybody does it, but like at a certain point, when do teams like realize that's a bad look?
And that's an
Because
old head tactic. Like
you're
that's
gonna
just an
turn.
old nigga
I'll give
move.
you this.
That's
I'll
so
give you this.
dated.
I agree.
I'll give you this. I'm a Yankee fan, right? And towards the end of his career, Derek Jeter was becoming a free agent. He's told the story already. Like he's blatantly told his agent, so whatever team that calls, I'm not talking. I'm gonna be a Yankee. He told the Yankees, listen, I'm not going nowhere. We'll figure it out. Just don't, let talks go out to the media. They let it go out, and that soured him on the front office. While he said it ruined the relationship a little.
Yep.
Stuff like these teams, like you do this and do this, you're gonna keep putting bad information out there on me. I don't, because you know
That's
how I am.
like you
I'm
said.
big on stop being loyal to these teams.
Yeah, facts.
I feel
Facts.
like the more you do this, the more you're gonna turn guys away. Like you know what, fuck it.
This is
I am gonna
why
be. I am gonna go test my market because if Micah does go, yeah, I'm gonna go test the market. There's gonna be a team that's like, here is the bag.
the
We'll
everything. We'll
give
give
you
you
all of our cap
everything.
space.
We'll
Go
give you
ahead.
And we gonna
everything.
be and we gonna be and we gonna be livid because it's gonna fuck around and be like Houston or somebody.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be a
be
team
crazy.
that we gonna be
It
like,
ain't gonna
how do we
happen.
let that happen? Like it's gonna be
It
one of
ain't
those
gonna
teams.
happen.
One of those
But
teams that's like stacked right now.
I wanted to say off of E's point of being loyal to these teams. Like, damn, I actually forgot my fucking point. Damn, it was a good ass point. Um, fuck was my point? Damn it, I forgot it. But it ain't gonna happen, Nico. So relax. Yeah, y'all might have got a Saquon, but y'all ain't getting another NFC East player. It ain't gonna happen. He's gonna
Y'all
be
would
a
be
Cowboy
sick.
forever. I would be
Y'all
sick
would
as
be
hell. I would stop
sick.
watching. If Michael Parsons is not a Cowboy, I will not be watching Cowboys.
Yo,
It won't happen.
that's how I feel.
I would be officially a Chiefs fan.
That's
Officially.
Pull up. I got mad extra Eagle shit already. Just pull up.
Nah, we
I
good.
give you shirts.
I
I got
don't look
mad
good in
apparel.
green. Even though I went to the Ville.
Nigga, college wore green.
That shit didn't look good on me. But anything else that you guys want to get off your chest before we get out of here?
No man,
Any shout
I
outs?
feel at peace.
feel that peace.
Yo, shout out Rajon Rondo, man. Just joined the All the Smoke podcast, man. That's definitely one of our favorites. One of our favorite shows. He's one of our favorite players, one of our favorite thinkers. In
Yo,
the sports mind, like we said. That's big. That's dope. Shout out to him. Shout out to that whole team. Shout out to the guys over there.
that's cool and all. That's cool and all. But now's the time to say it. Put your link out there. Have people go vote for you, Nico,
That's actually
on
very true.
that
That's
award that
absolutely very true.
you were nominated for. Like, talk about that shit.
Yo, that is a fact actually. Yo, so second annual Tommy Awards is coming up in like a week. Your boy won Rapper of the Year last year. Was nominated for like 2 or 3 awards. This year I'm nominated for I believe 4 or 5 awards. Also Rapper of the Year again, Song of the Year, Artist of the Year, and the Tribe is nominated for Group of the Year. So we're definitely trying to win all of those. The link, I will tweet out the link tonight again. Actually, not again because I didn't tweet it. I Instagrammed it. I will tweet out the link tonight. We will retweet it from the pod page, from the official Jones and page. Go ahead, run it up, vote. Every time you see Nico or you see Tribe, vote for us, man. Love is appreciated always. We keep dropping some music links on the YouTube on the Twitter. I appreciate everybody who's been tapping it from the pod page, from the sports page. Yo, the love means everything, man. I appreciate y'all. We talk sports, we rap, we do music. I have fun. And I want y'all to have fun with me. So let's keep embarking on this journey. Make sure y'all vote. We're gonna run it up
Yes,
this year.
sir. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all go vote. I'm definitely gonna make sure when he tweets it, it'll be up. I'm gonna make sure I repost it. Make sure y'all tap in with that. I've seen it personally live, so it's not just because he's my right hand man's and shit. But come on, tap in with the dog. He really like that. So I'm gonna put some videos out there for y'all, so y'all really see what I'm talking about. So y'all can really see the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, go tap in and go vote for your boy. Um, and last but not least, make sure y'all pull up on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern time, wherever y'all at. and pull up to the X, the Jones and for Sports family X spaces, where the whole gang pulls up and we talk that
Shit.
talk, sports, whatever sports topic you want to talk about. We gonna get into it. We don't know about it, teach us about it. We gonna have fun with it though. We had a great time last time,
Yo,
and
it
we
was
gonna do it
fire.
even better. Word. That shit was
Ages,
dope. I
yo,
haven't done one.
the age range, the demographic. We had people in Florida, we had people in Canada, we had
Word.
different countries in there. It was a good time,
Fact.
man. Definitely vibes.
Definitely a vibe. So make sure y'all pull up to that. I'm gonna make sure I have a tweet out there so y'all can see that it's coming out there. And yeah, thank y'all for enjoying pulling up to the show. We appreciate y'all. It's your boy Jones, E, Nico, and that's it. Jones for Sports. We make sports better. Peace.
He's got that